There is something you should know about a situation I'm dealing with. You remember what was going on with Chuck's brother, Jimmy?
You mean with the bowling balls and so on?
Hey guys, Q here, warning of spoilers for Breaking Bad, El Camino, and Better Call Saul to Season 6, Episode 6. In this video, I'll be breaking down discussing the reveal of Howard's wife, their struggling marriage, along with the significance of it in the near future. Like the video if you end up enjoying it, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter for more Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad updates. If you really enjoy what I do here, maybe even consider checking out my Patreon, or give back to the channel by clicking on the Super Thanks button under the video. With that being said, let's jump into the breakdown. So we first heard of Howard's wife Cheryl back in episode 604 when Howard went to therapy. Howard's been going to therapy since season 4, which was revealed when Jimmy tried giving Howard a card for a shrink and he said that he had already been seeing someone. Howard told Jimmy that his therapist was one of the best, but seeing how distraught Howard still was, implied to Jimmy that therapists aren't as chalked up as people say they are, unmotivating him to go see one himself, causing him to rip up and throw the number in the toilet.
You do yourself a favor and you go see someone.
Thanks. I've already seen someone.
Really?
Twice a week.
Is he any good?
Yes.
This is the first time we've actually seen Howard in therapy, as he mentions that things with his wife aren't going well. Howard says that he tried working things out in regards to the advice that his therapist has already given him, but that Cheryl refuses to discuss anything important, so his wife is giving him the cold shoulder.
Cheryl still won't talk about anything important.
You tried what we discussed?
Yes, I did. But
I like how the show creators teased Cheryl's character before showing her on screen, which is similar to what they did with Chuck's ex-wife. So starting off this scene in episode 606 with Howard getting ready for the day, just hilariously accurate to how I figured his home life would be, from the shoe shiner to his coffee machine and how clean he keeps it, just really accurately represents the character. Considering Howard is the head of HHM, it's no surprise that he's wealthy, but goddamn, he has such a huge house, it almost looks like he has his own villa. Comparing that to Chuck's seemingly normal house in the first 3 seasons is wild. Also note how Howard is clearly wealthy enough to own a mansion, but prefers to clean up after himself and his wife instantly instead of hiring a maid or something like that. Howard's Namaste latte art is yet another shallow attempt to push his new lifestyle onto others ever since season 4. Even though it's just a simple peace sign, I love latte art in general, and it's sweet the way that he makes it for his wife. Oh, she just pours it into a coffee mug. Wow, what a stab right through the heart. Okay, so I don't think this is just Cheryl being a dick to him. I think it represents how she sees through the facade that is his namaste lifestyle. But even if it is a facade, it helped Howard cope with the loss of Chuck, and Cheryl should support him, not throw him shade. I feel like Cheryl loved the original Howard, but ever since Chuck died, she hasn't been supportive of his depression or new lifestyle. The fact that Howard is so over the top with namaste probably just makes her sick of it and jaded to the whole thing. The fact that it appears that Howard and Cheryl seem to sleep in different beds is really all that needs to be said to pin the nail in the coffin on their marriage.
Didn't you say something about replacing the mattress out there?
it's fine.
We know that they were struggling and estranged, but you can really tell how uninterested Cheryl is in Howard currently. The fact that Howard speaks to her like a client doesn't help, but that's just the way he is and she should love him for it. Now, it is true that we're just getting a glimpse of their personal life after being married for who knows how long, so there's definitely a lot of backstory between them that we don't know. How long have they been together? How loving did they used to be towards each other? And when did the marriage start to fall apart? Was it after Howard's dad presumably died? After Chuck's death? Or even as soon as season 5 in regards to Jimmy messing with Howard? As much as it appears Howard is trying, while Cheryl is not, there's gotta be more to it. Whatever caused Cheryl to be so bitter towards Howard, it must be a fundamental problem where no matter how nice or considerate Howard is with the little things, or how much he tries to fix the marriage, unless he actually changes the thing that's bothering her, everything else is tragically a wasted effort. It is depressing to see his efforts be wasted instead of getting the appreciation that he so desperately desires. And again, she apparently won't talk about anything important. Is this because she's already tried telling him the problem to the point that she just gives up knowing it won't change, or is she just completely shutting him out and not even telling him what the problem is in the first place? I hope we get more info this season on why their marriage is at such a stalemate.
It's like we're deadlocked.
So notice how Howard makes her coffee, but he makes himself tea. It just adds insult to injury that he seems to have that coffee machine specifically for Cheryl, making a fresh cup just for her while he makes himself something else. There's gotta be a reason for this other than just showing his efforts and consideration towards his wife. Could he have a caffeine sensitivity or allergy to something in coffee? If Jimmy and Kim drug Howard in the next episode, that could have serious ramifications on Howard's health that they don't even consider. You can tell how deflated Howard gets at Cheryl turning down everything he's trying to do from his expression as she pours the coffee into a mug, along with facing away from her saying probably for the best in regards to her wanting to go to a meeting alone instead of with him.
You could go, or I could go. Or, if it's easier, we could both go.
I'll go.
Sure, probably for the best.
Howard tells Cheryl about the current Jimmy events, and during this conversation we find out that Cheryl already knows about the bowling balls that Jimmy threw at his car, along with the hookers sent to his lunch with Cliff back in season 5. Cheryl seems very unimpressed due to it still happening, giving Howard a jaded response.
Duly noted.
This could also just be sarcastic in regards to giving him a response in the type of way that he would normally give her. It is really unfair that Cheryl seems to be getting mad at Howard for all the things that Jimmy is doing to him, as if it's his fault or something. Howard is the victim here. Howard did nothing but nice things trying to offer Jimmy a job at HHM, and this is what he gets as a thanks in return. Howard says that she may see something weird happen, but if she does, to know that it's a quote-unquote prank from Jimmy. Howard doesn't seem to realize yet what Jimmy and Kim's true goals are, or even that Kim is just as much if not more involved in this than Jimmy. See, back when Jimmy was messing with Howard in season 5, he was just doing it for his own sadistic amusement, but now Jimmy and Kim actually have a goal to get Sandpiper to settle their class action lawsuit. Howard seems to think that they're attacking him personally, which they are, but there's more to it than that. Howard is worried that Jimmy may go after his wife and try to sabotage their marriage, as he has not yet realized that their true goal is Sandpiper, with them messing with him just to accomplish that. I don't personally think they'll try to go after Cheryl and purposely ruin his marriage, as Cheryl isn't involved with the Sandpiper settlement at all. That being said, their schemes against Howard and Sandpiper may still indirectly ruin his already struggling marriage with Cheryl as a byproduct of trying to settle Sandpiper. The bowling balls in the middle of the night probably scared Cheryl and pissed her off. Back when this happened in season 5, they clearly hadn't thought up or considered Howard's wife Cheryl, which is why we only saw Howard go out onto his balcony to see his destroyed car. Now I've been wondering what the in-universe explanation is for not seeing Cheryl that night in season 5 when Jimmy throws the bowling balls, and it could be due to her possibly being scared that her house and property is being targeted and attacked. This causing strain on his marriage with Cheryl is also probably what motivated Howard to figure out who was doing it and then confront Jimmy about it when he realized it was him. This all adds extra tragic context to Jimmy messing with Howard in season 5. Hearing about the hookers at Cliff and Howard's lunch probably pissed Cheryl off too, not only due to the idea of infidelity, but even if she believes Howard and that he's loyal, the concept of having Howard cheat on her with hookers could ruin their reputation due to people from the outside looking in thinking that Howard is unfaithful. Could Jimmy's season 5 events towards Howard have started the strain on Howard and Cheryl's relationship, or was it pre-existing? Either way, it definitely didn't help things. Now, what I find interesting and actually like the concept of is that if Howard and Cheryl eventually divorce, it won't be due to Cheryl believing that Jimmy's cons are true in regards to framing Howard for his drug problems and infidelity. It'll be due to the strain and stress that it's putting on their marriage in general. And the reason why I say I like this, I don't like the idea that they're gonna get divorced or that Jimmy will ruin their marriage. I hate that. That's awful. That's tragic. I feel bad for Howard. But the thing that I like is that Cheryl knows that all of these schemes aren't true. She's not gonna divorce him because, oh, I believe that you're cheating on me with hookers. She knows that that's not true. It's just the strain and stress of all of this that'll possibly cause their divorce. Pretty much, I could see it being annoying and irritating if Cheryl divorces Howard due to believing that he's being unloyal or doing drugs. So the fact that she knows that he's being framed, but might divorce him anyways due to the stress it's causing, is less frustrating for me as a viewer. At least she knows that those schemes aren't true. It's possible that Jimmy unintentionally caused the origins of Howard's marital problems with Cheryl, or it could have just been the final straw to break the camel's back. Let me know what you think about that in the comments, along with if you think Howard's marriage will survive the events of season 6. With every scene we've gotten with Howard ever since season 4, I just can't help but feel worse and worse for him. I feel feel so bad for Howard watching this scene from episode 606. It's difficult to even put into words, but hopefully I did a good enough job in this video. The actors did an amazing job portraying their sadly failing marriage, and I'm nervous for their future. Again, let me know what you think. I'd appreciate a like on the video if you've enjoyed anything I've said today, and if you're new to the channel or just haven't yet already, subscribe and hit that bell notification to stay updated on when I post new content on Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Check out my Patreon or give a super thanks to help support the channel financially. If you got a few spare bucks lying around, it'd mean a lot, and also thanks to those who have already. But most importantly, I thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.
That is for you.
Thanks. Next Friday.
Can't believe it's been a whole year.
How do you want to handle it?
I do have a problem. Just not the problem you think. I have a Jimmy McGill problem.
Jimmy McGill.